Hey, this is Mitch from Entertain This. This summer, we're going to be focusing on Arnold Schwarzenegger. And so we're going to go movie by movie as we venture through Arnold Schwarzenegger's historic career. We're going to start this kickoff of the summer of Arnold Schwarzenegger with a throwback episode from when we reviewed The Predator. And then stay tuned throughout the summer for his other movies that we will be covering. Welcome to our summer of Schwarzenegger.
Stick around. It's the best moment of the whole movie. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Like Jesse Ventura's ain't got time to bleed. Got time to duck.
Dylan!
Son of a...
What's the matter, CIA? Got you pushing too many pencils?
So, if you haven't been able to tell, we're reviewing Predator.
Anyway, hello. Welcome to Entertain This. It's a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games. My name's Tom. With me I have...
Mitch.
And...
Bueller.
Still don't have Hayden. But we might be hearing from him in the coming weeks.
Yeah, maybe
as
so.
our foreign correspondent, wherever he may be. But that'll be at a later date and time.
Yeah.
And as Mitch said, we are reviewing Predator, apparently. I forgot. Luckily, I'd seen Predator so many times, the movie just plays on repeat in the back of my mind when I sleep.
Yeah, I sit down and open up my notes, and I'm like, hey, so did you watch Predator Starship Troopers? And he's like, oh.
Oh, I forgot we were doing that. You got to keep on me with these things.
Oh,
But before we get all involved in Predator, social media.
You bog down with things and stuff.
Ooh, killed ooh.
Anyways, our social media is entertainthispodcast.com, which will take you to our Facebook group and page. We also have our Twitter, which is @thisentertain, our Instagram, which is entertain.this, and we have our YouTube, TikTok, which is entertainthis!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're reviewing the 1986 Predator.
87.
87? Okay, my bad. I didn't write that down.
Should have.
Probably should have, yes. But
And I'm the one who didn't watch the movie.
shut up. Anyways, the movie starts with Dutch and his team coming in with a long, expanded, fly-in land to meet Dylan, and then I forgot the commander's name.
He's a 2-star general.
Okay. Yeah, I forget. But they come in to meet them.
Like they're somewhere in the jungle, and it's like like you have the epic music as they come in.
Yeah.
And then he has to stay in the helicopter longer than everybody else.
Now, one thing I noticed is he gets in the Jeep, and they drive 30 feet for him to get out.
He could have walked, and that would have been like, I gotta walk all the way over there. Just drive us. There's a Jeep here. We're big action stars. We don't.
Yeah, he gets out of the helicopter, walks 5 feet to a Jeep. They drive him another. Okay, maybe 30 yards to the building that he gets out at.
Doesn't this also have in the beginning of the movie where you see Predator, ship?
Oh yeah, you see the ship come down.
Isn't that before this?
Is it? I'm thinking it was right after this part. No, you're right. It was before this because they've already already sent in another team. Spoiler.
As we find out in their misadventures in the jungle.
Yeah. So, anyways, you got Dutch goes in and meets Dylan. They do
Dylan, the manliest scene ever. Your TV gets a little bit bigger.
It's the arm handshake.
Predator is the manliest movie ever made. Nothing yet, the Expendables, nothing has been able to compete with how awesomely manly and testosterone-packed Predator actually is.
Oh, and I was watching this with somebody else, and I was like, because we were talking about the Expendables while we were watching, we were like, imagine if all of those guys that were in the Expendables had done it in the 90s and late 80s when they were all peak condition.
They're all yoked.
That would have been an Expendables.
That would have been a movie. That would have been a movie.
But we were talking about, they were all kind of still angry and competing with each other at that time. So they never worked.
Because they kept waking up earlier and earlier to get in the gym and work out just to one up each other. Arnold started it as a rumor that he was getting up at whatever time just to make Carl Weathers wake up even earlier. And he's like, I wasn't even going to the gym that early.
And then with this, I also watched a little interview where he was talking about how he told the wardrobe to tell his Jesse Ventura that his bicep was 1 inch smaller than what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So when Jesse went in and got his measured or whatever for their clothes, they go in there and he's talking to the Arnold. He's like, "Yeah, let's bet. Let's bet my arms are bigger." And Arnold's like, "Well, I'll bet you a bottle of champagne." And then they go to the gym and measure, and his Arnold's is actually bigger. And he was like, he's like, "Yeah, I told the wardrobe to do that just to mess with him. You got to stay in his head."
Arnold's like a practical joker.
Yeah.
He's like a maniacal lunatic with it.
But yeah, I like watching some of the behind the scenes stuff too. So
A lot of them got sick.
yeah,
Arnold got sick.
Yeah,
he lost like 10, 15 pounds.
Yeah, they said like even the director lost a good bit of weight just being sick from different stuff and the heat of the jungle.
The heat, well, it was cold.
Well, not during the day.
Well, yeah, but like they were like the nighttime scenes, like it was like frigid out there.
Well, yeah, because
and then in the water was like ice cold when Arnold had to be in it.
Oh, really?
Covered in mud. Yeah.
But anyways, they meet. They do their little debriefing.
No, debriefing happens after they do the briefing.
Well, sorry, the briefing. My bad.
Where they send in a team, or they don't even tell them that they sent in a team.
No, they don't tell them.
They don't tell them that they already
They
tried.
just need them to go in and rescue this person.
Some cabinet minister, whatever that is.
Yeah. And then you get the chopper ride to the drop off.
Yeah, they're playing long talks. That's like the coolest thing ever. Like every dude who like people probably went into the military. Like we probably asked Hayden. It's like he probably saw Predator before he went. We hope. And he was just like, just at one point, like you just want to be flying with the boys, blasting Little Richard, just talking smack to each other.
I like when he spits on his shoe and he goes, "It's a real bad habit you got there."
And he just smiles at him. It's like Jesse Ventura probably kicked the crap out of Carl Weathers.
I don't know. Carl Weathers.
Carl was
a big guy.
he's a big dude, but Jesse Ventura was like 6'8" and that big.
Yeah.
And this was like prime Ventura.
Yeah.
Before he was crazy in Governor, Minnesota.
Carl Weathers was no pushover though.
He played in the NFL.
Oh, he did. I didn't.
Yeah, he was a linebacker.
Okay.
He played a couple of seasons. He played for the Raiders in the 70s.
Oh, well then he's tough enough.
Before he went on his acting career.
But anyways, the chopper, they end up landing. They all do like their tactical, like exfil or whatever, and then they come across like the down chopper really quick too, which wasn't supposed to be there. They don't know.
Yeah.
But
Where they find it, and then like it's like Jim Hopper.
yeah, I knew him. He was a Green Beret.
Green Berets out of Fort Bragg. What the hell were they doing out here?
Dylan,
I don't know.
Anyways, they find the wrecked chopper, and then they start following a trail of to the guerrilla camp that they're supposedly these.
Well, don't
people
they find their
close.
bodies skinned?
They do. That's right. Where do they find them? They're following the guerrilla footprints, and then they find the bodies like a little bit later. Mm-hmm. And then when they see that, that's when they start going and make
then
their way to
Billy's
the
like,
camp.
it's like there was a firefight here. It's like they were shooting in all directions. It's like, but there's no tracks.
Yeah.
Around it, like it's like they just disappeared. Then they find the bodies, and then they're like skinned alive.
Mm-hmm. That's a gruesome stuff. Like I saw this as a kid.
Yeah, it's like, huh?
It's like, what the heck is that?
Predator's just a great movie.
Yeah, it is.
It's just such a good movie.
And they do a really good job of showing Predator at the least amount of possible until the end, to where you can keep up like the mysterious, like what is it? And kind of things.
You just get like the silhouette, like the murky look of it with like the invisibility, and then the flashing yellow eyes.
You see that, and then there's one part where like he's doing like first aid on himself, where you just see his hands and like his leg. So that's pretty cool.
Then you hear him scream, and then they like one of them turns and looks in the jungle. Goes, the hell was that?
But anyways, the next part is Billy's following the trail to the guerrilla camp. Or sorry, the team follows the trail to the guerrilla camp, and Billy finds the skinned men. Predator observes them as like they're approaching the camp. Like he's just sitting like
He's like spectating. He's
13
like,
feet away.
He's like, there's a lot of them, and there's not a lot of these dudes. Let's see how this plays out.
And then the team attacks the guerrilla camp, and they start the whole thing off like Arnold just lifts the truck and just lets it roll down the hill.
Well, like when they're going there, like what's his face, Mac, like gets in Dylan's face, and he's like, "You're ghosting us, mother." He's like, "You give away our position one more time, I'm gonna bleed you real quiet."
Oh yeah, because what does he do?
He slips.
Oh, that's right.
Like he slips and like makes some noise.
And then Ventura just about grabs the trip mine.
Well, he's like he's got like his like little clippers in his hand.
Well, no, like he's crawling, and then he almost grabs it, and then he has to stop, and they have to clip it. But yeah.
But yeah, Arnold slides down and then like gets like he's like right behind like a truck that they're using to like do a power generator, and he just has this huge satchel charge. And he's like, boop, puts it in the back, and then he just lifts the back of the truck and launches it.
I think it was just an opportunity for him to show muscles as he was lifting.
Just like look how strong he's picking up a truck, and then the thing goes like right where like a whole bunch of bad guys are just sitting there eating, minding their own business. Boom, big explosion, and then all hell breaks loose.
Yeah,
in an awesome montage of destruction.
That's where I was asking another guy. I was like, that was in the military. I was like, hey, so were y'all trained to shoot from the hip, like with your rifle?
Full auto.
You got Arnold just walking around like hips, high.
A full auto M16.
You got
It was
that.
the 80s. It was cool.
And then like there's the part where like he breaks into the little room and throws and sticks the guy with the machete.
That's the greatest moment ever. Because he's looking at something, he hears him behind him, and he spins and just machetes like the combat knives this dude in the chest, like, and that thing goes in.
Yeah, he like sticks him to the wall.
And then you get the zoom in on Arnold's face. He goes, "Stick around," and it's like, yes.
And I was telling Tom, I've heard him quote that so many times. As I watched the movie, all I could think about was Tom quoting that part.
All I heard was Tom go, "Stick around." It's the best scene, because they didn't think that was going to be like the catchphrase of the movie. But it's like such a great 80s moment.
I just like how like you said, it pans into that one spot just for him to say it.
It's easily the best scene in the entire movie.
During that, you also have like the one guys are running to the chopper. They blow that up. He like butt strikes the girl that's like sneaking up on him that they capture. Which I don't know, was she part of the bad guys or was she just like a hostage there or what? I don't know.
She was one of the like rebel people.
Okay,
she wasn't a hostage.
So you got that, and then you have the part where he has two of them up there like on the little canopy kind of thing. And he's like, they're dug in like an Alabama tick. You're bleeding, man. Oh, you got time to bleed. Good time to duck.
You got time to duck? And he's like, and you just hear, boo! He's like, oh crap. Well, like another great epic moment is Jesse Ventura when they're about to go in, where he opens like his big package and he's got the minigun, and he just picks it up and he just goes, like he cocks it like rocking the barrels, and he just goes, payback time, and it's like, yeah.
My whole thing is, how impractical would that be to carry that minigun through the jungle on a covert mission?
It's still cool.
It's cool.
Still cool.
It's cool, but very impractical.
It was still cool. It didn't matter, Mitch. It was cool. That's all that matters, is how awesome it looked.
And then later on, he cuts the jungle down at tree height. Not him, but
Mac does.
Mac does, yeah.
But where he shoots like a whole bunch of dudes by some cans. It's just like, and you just see sparks flying off the metal, and it's just like, God, America.
Anyways, the team takes the girl that I'll mention as they exfil the camp into the jungle, and then I have like is it Billy that stabs?
No,
Mac.
Mac.
Yeah.
He looks at Dylan. He's like,
over here.
He's like, hey, over here. He's like, in the trees, and he looks and he turns and he spins around with his gun because he felt like the poke from the knife, and he holds up the knife with the scorpion in it.
Yeah, but then the whole time Predator's watching him.
Yeah, and you just hear like Predator going like, over here.
Yeah.
Like you hear him doing the whole bit.
That is kind of creepy that he can
and then, like they wouldn't
voices.
like pick him up, and then it's just like, she's got credible intelligence, and Arnold's like taking off clothes to look more muscular as he's lighting his big stogie, and he's like, "She's your baggage. You fall behind. You're on your own." Well, trust me, Mitch. I didn't have to rewatch this film to know what I was talking about.
Well, I like as they start to exfil Billy. He can tell there's something's not right. So and everyone's like, "What's wrong with him?" And he's just like looking around. Oh, it's a great movie.
It is a great movie. And then we get to the part where they all start getting systematically taken down.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The next part is Hawkins gets killed because the girl like hits him in the face, and he goes charging off after her to catch her.
Well, no, I think she hits Carl Weathers.
Oh, that's right.
And takes off running, and then they send Hawkins. Hawkins grabs her. He's like kind of like pleading with like, please like stop.
Yeah.
And Predator comes out of nowhere. Just sees like blood. You hear like, ah!
Is that the part where he like? Oh no, that's when Carl Weathers dies. That's when he like slings out the wrist blades that you see.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets like eviscerated, and then they drag him off into the woods.
Epicness. Sheer epicness.
They have to confront the girl, and they're like, "What happened?"
It's like she keeps saying the same thing. The jungle came alive and took him. And that's when I was like, bullshit.
Well, while they're standing around trying to figure out what's going on, that's when Blaine gets killed, or Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, they start looking for Hawkins' body because they find his guts, like all of his entrails.
Yeah.
And it's like they didn't take his radio, his weapon, nothing. And then I think they find him. No, they never find his body.
No, they don't find him.
But yeah, Blaine gets taken down next.
Dude, he gets like blown apart in this, like this just
chest just explodes out. It's just like, and he's like, "Wah!" And then and then that's when you have like the epic scene where they're all standing there just mag dumping into nothing.
Mac runs up, grabs the minigun, and
because
just, like,
he sees Predator, and Predator like stands there, flashes his eyes at him, and then takes off, and he's just like, God, and they all just run. They're just unloading, like they're reloading, they're shooting grenades. He pulls up the grenade launcher, he's like, boom, 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 boom.
They hit,
and then like Mac's still like holding on. It's like,
yeah.
and he like Arnold just slowly looks at him, and he's like, let's go the trigger.
Yeah, I mean, they would have. They did. They cut the jungle down at like.
But then they find the blood. If it bleeds, we can
only,
kill it.
Only the girl found the blood at first.
Yeah, and then she wipes it and puts it in her pocket. Like,
well, I guess she was just trying to wipe it off on her pants or whatever. But
the luminescent green blood.
But then they trying to set up a perimeter to cover Blaine's body. Mm-hmm. And that's when they set up like the little trip mines and stuff all around, and then the boar comes charging in.
Yeah, and like Max just stabbing it to death in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
and then they start laughing at him, and then I think that's when they find out that it showed up and took Blaine's body.
Mm-hmm. And then once they find out it takes Blaine's body, you see like the little predator first aid. So evidently they did hit it at least once. Yeah, they did. I think they hit it. I think the first aid thing happens before the nighttime part. No, I wrote this down as I watched, so it happens right after that.
Okay.
But it's the first time you actually see the predator not cloaked. Mm-hmm. Like you see him putting.
You see like a profile for like a second, but you see pretty much hand and leg.
Well, yeah.
Where he's like pulling out his like medical stuff and like getting the bullet out.
Yeah, you don't see like the full predator. You just see a little bit, bits and pieces of it.
But you hear predator scream, and I think Pacho turns and goes, "The hell was that?"
But then, because they realize that he's using the trees and stuff, and
they make the elaborate trap.
Yeah, they do all like the
and it's just a bunch of dudes
traps.
just like pulling the ropes and like lifting logs, and it's just like muscles and sweaty, and it's just like America.
But yeah, they set all those traps, and then they basically they're all like hiding, just watching, which they don't know it, but the predator's sitting there watching them like, what are they doing? They're just laying there. Mm-hmm. But then Arnold like starts creeping out, and then the little net goes off behind them and jinx the predator.
Like they start shooting at it, or like they're about to, and the predator starts blasting randomly out of it.
Yeah,
and then predator gets away.
Yeah, he gets away,
and then Pancho gets injured because one of the counterweights swings a log and just hits him in the chest.
Dude. It had to like crush all his internal organs.
Oh, he got launched. That
I can make it.
Hey, he got farther in the movie. He was the second to last one to die.
Yeah.
Or no, he was the last one to die.
Yeah. But yeah, this part is where Mac goes chasing off after him, and then Arnold or Dutch sends Dylan.
Or no, Dylan's like, I'll go after him.
I'm gonna have me some fun.
And then he's chasing after him. Then he's like on the log, and then like he grabs Carl Weathers, and he's like, he points to where Predator is.
Is this the part where like he can hear him talking, but then like he hears Mac's voice, but it's not Mac, and then Mac kind of pulls him close? Isn't that
I think that is, yeah.
Okay.
But that's when Mac like starts like circling around, and he grabs something, and he sees the lasers on his arm.
At that point, you know you're screwed.
And then he turns and looks, and the lasers just go to his forehead, and then you just watch, and the back of his head explodes.
Now, until I got a little bit older, I couldn't tell what the cloaked part was. I didn't realize he's literally standing.
He's standing like he was like 10 feet. He was like 5 feet from him.
Yeah, like literally standing right above him.
He was just looking down like, like hello.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until
and then Yahtzee
years later. But because you got Mac then dies, so then you have Dylan, which I can't remember. Does he chase after him, or is he getting chased?
Dylan sees Mac's body.
Yeah.
And then he looks and he sees Predator.
Okay.
Like Predator looks at him and then starts running to flank him, and he turns trying to shoot Predator.
the slow
and
motion.
You just see and then Predator like shoots off his arm, and he's like, ah! And his arm
falls, still
shooting as he's trying to get the second MP5 he has. Mm-hmm. And then you just see Predator's like gauntlet Wolverine blades come out. And
that's pretty cool. He's like stalking towards him.
And he just runs and just checks him right in the chest and hoists him up. Yeah, and you hear him screaming as they're like escaping.
All the rest of them turn back and look in the jungle like.
And then they cross the ravine. That's when Billy like just starts dropping all of his stuff and pulls out his like super sword.
Yeah, he's like he's like, I'm gonna buy him some time, and he just stands on the log.
Yeah,
like, dude, this guy just.
They wrote a scene where they fought.
Okay.
Like with the wrist gauntlet, and he had the thing because like Predator, like in the novelization, Predator decloaks himself to fight him.
Okay.
Because he sees him stand there challenging him like honorably, like with edged weapons. Predator decloaks himself, so it's a more fair fight, and then activates his thing, but he kills Billy.
I was going to say you almost leveled the jungle with gunfire, and you're going to pull out a big knife. I mean, doesn't compute very well, but
does not compute.
Anyways, at this part, once Billy dies, you hear him scream.
Yeah.
Arnold starts looking around. He gets shot in the arm, which bothers me because Jesse Ventura got shot and his chest exploded. Matt got shot and his head exploded.
Well, no, he's still holding Poncho, and Predator shoots Poncho in the head and kills him.
Yeah, but doesn't he get shot in the shoulder later?
He gets shot after that. So Poncho gets shot in the head. Done. Now, like, no team. It's just Arnold and the girl.
Yeah.
The girl goes to pick up the weapon to shoot a Predator, and he kicks it. He's like, no! He's like, put down the weapon! And he's like, starts unloading, and Predator, like, grazes Arnold's arm.
But it doesn't look like it grazes him. It looks like it hits him.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it.
Arnold's just made tougher.
His muscles deflected it. And then Arnold goes sliding down like the jungle mountain into like the ravine.
He falls like 3 or 4 stories.
He's like, gosh.
As he's falls into the water.
Because he falls and he crawls out. He's like covered in mud.
Yeah, he learns the mud trick.
Well, no, he falls and he's like swimming towards shore, and he hears because Predator jumped after him.
Yeah.
And he turns and he's like crawling through the mud. He's like hanging against like the roots. And Predator like gets out and like his decloaking thing's freaking out because it's wet.
Arnold doesn't for a big muscular tough guy that's in all these tough guy movies. He does a really good job of looking terrified as he's crawling out of the water.
Because he's like, an invisible dude shooting lasers chasing me. How am I supposed to? Like, of course I'm scared.
I'm just saying, for him, he looks terrified as he's crawling out until he gets, like.
And then he realizes when Predator like goes off that he can't see him because of the mud.
Yeah, which we found out in MythBusters doesn't work.
No.
It would cover him for maybe about 3 seconds before it started to heat up itself. So don't worry, kids. If you ever meet Predator, don't try that trick. It doesn't work.
Don't try the Arnold.
Don't try the Arnold. Once he finds out this, that's when Dutch starts setting up his plans and traps and all that stuff.
He's making his like bow and arrow.
He shoots an arrow through the tree.
Like he made like the biggest and it's like only Arnold could do that.
Well, he's like flexing, pulling the thing down.
Yeah, and he does it, and he's like, poof. Yeah. It's like, yeah, that'll work.
I've never seen somebody shoot an arrow through a tree.
I know, right? And then he does like the Tarzan yell.
Yeah.
For like 10 seconons. And like even Predator is like not far, and he turns and looks up and goes, "Oh, there he is!
Yeah, look at there!
Hey!" And then they have like he was getting the better of Predator for a minute.
Well, yeah, like they light up the. He lights up the
because he takes the grenade launcher around, and he still has, and puts it on the like arrow.
Well, I like how he's like, bear hugging the tree, and Predator like crawls down right behind him.
Like, and he's like, like crap.
But then he Tarzan swings to the other tree, just wraps around him. That's funny. But he shoots the spot that he basically lured Predator to with the explosive arrow, and then
it like messes up his decloaking.
Yeah,
so he could see him.
And then Predator starts getting pissed off and starts shooting everything.
Yeah,
so he has to jump out of the tree.
And then he lands in the water, and then it wipes off the mud.
Yeah,
and then Predator like sees him, and he's just like. Predator's like all phased out, whatever, with the cloaking thing, so he just turns it off, and that's when he's like starts unplugging the mask, like a worthy opponent. I'm going to fight you hand to hand.
Well, before he does that, remember he's standing on top of one of the down logs, and Predator's standing there, and as he turns to look this way, Arnold's gone. He's just like under the thing hanging on.
Yeah, he's like.
But yeah, I like when Predator swims out of the water, or Arnold swims out of the water, and Predator like stabs down right around his head onto the log, and then he starts undoing his chin strap and all that stuff.
Because in the novel, it's like Predator viewed him as like now like the worthiest opponent he's come across. Yes. And it's like, I'll kill you without weapons.
Yeah, so far.
You get hand to hand. You've earned it.
I do find it funny that granted, it's supposed to be Predator's this big hulking thing, but Arnold just like punches him in the face, and Predator kind of shakes it off and looks at him.
Because he hits him with like a log, and it just explodes off Predator's like arm, and he just looks at him like he like looks at the broken log in his hand and just like slowly looks up at Predator, and Predator's just like, yeah, poof,
just basically backhanded.
This is one of the few movies like you watch Arnold just get the snot beaten out of him. And, of course, it has to be by a Predator.
Well,
no normal person could.
no mere man.
In 1987 was going to whoop his booty.
But, yeah, it was cool to see the Predator, like, because, it had, like, the little mandible claw.
Yeah.
Looks like a crab kind of face. But, so he's doing all this. He's running from Predator, and then he falls into, like, the little ravine that he's, I guess, he didn't dig it out, but he made, like, the little spike traps. And I'd never realized this either, but he had actually set that up for that to be the trap. I thought it was a diversion to where Predator would come around and he could drop that thing on him.
Yeah, that was a panic moment. And like,
yeah.
Oh, I could do that.
Well, because I realized what it was is he had that rope. That way, if the Predator came under, he kicked that rope and it would pull him up into the little knives or whatever that he made.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was like a diversion.
I think the knives were like spring loaded, so it would like slam into him.
Yeah.
And impale him.
Well, I didn't realize that was actual plan. I thought that was his trick.
Hey, the giant log falling from the sky at like terminal velocity near hitting Predator in the forehead was enough to knock him down and kill him.
And then
or severely wound him.
And then one of the creepiest parts is when he starts laughing.
Oh, the Billy laugh.
Yeah, like it's considered a horror movie, but that's the scariest part is when he starts laughing. Like you've beaten him, and now he's
because Arnold
like
is like gonna like KO him with the rock, and he just like chucks it because Predator's just like a mess.
Yeah,
like he does, like it's over, and he just looks, goes, "The hell are you?" And Predator's like spitting up blood. And he goes, "The hell are you?" And it's like touche. And then Predator's like wrist gauntlet opens up, and he starts doing the thing, and it's like, and then the numbers start appearing.
Yeah,
or like not numbers.
You can hear the countdown.
It's like, and Arnold realizes what it is. As Predator starts doing like mimicking Billy's laugh.
Yeah.
And Arnold takes off running. Then like a nuke goes off.
You see the helicopter coming in. You see like a small mushroom cloud. That must be where they're at. No.
That's probably what happened over there. And then they find Arnold, and he just sits there stoically looking at it.
As the smoke clears, he's posed, got his hands on his hips, just posing in the smoke.
Blown up and nuked. That's the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It's such a great movie.
Now,
it's one of the best movies ever.
How much of the behind-the-scenes stuff do you know about?
Quite a bit, because they had Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he was mad no one would ever see his face. Because the original suit was this giant red,
and it was
like Godzilla bad guy looking thing.
Yeah, it looked weird.
It looked like Guy Gann.
It looked really bad if they'd have gone with that. The newer Predator version that they made was much better.
Oh yeah, it was total nonsense.
That and they went from Jean-Claude Van Damme to a guy that was like almost
Kevin Peter Hall,
6'8",
yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, I think he's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
he's
huge.
Because Kevin Peter Hall, I'm pretty sure he was the original Alien.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And he did Predator. He's in the movie. You see him without everything on. He plays the helicopter pilot at the end.
Oh, okay.
The black guy with the glasses and the helmet. That's Kevin Peter Hall.
Okay. And then also, did you know about Billy?
Yeah, they had bodyguards to protect
the other
people from Billy. Or Sonny Landham.
Yeah, because he's like over aggressive towards the cast.
Yeah,
he had his own bodyguard to keep him away.
But there's like no instant because you think Arnold or Carl Weathers or Jesse Ventura are going to take some crap from him? Nah.
Oh no,
they would have fought.
But yeah, it's a great movie. If you watch the movie, I encourage.
They were rewriting the movie a lot.
Yeah,
back then.
Well, because they had Shane Black. They wanted him
Lethal Weapon.
Well, yeah, they wanted him to be in the movie, but they also considered him. They wanted him to be another writer. He told them like, "No, I'm here to act.
I want to be in the action movie."
So he was the first one to die.
Yeah. Because even he looks like the nerdy guy with the glasses, but while they're sitting there, he's reading, and Pancho throws the tape at him, and he catches it without looking.
Yeah.
And he just looks up from this comic book or his book, smiling at him.
Yeah.
It's just such a great movie.
So what would you rate this movie?
Oh, this is a 10 out of 10 film to Tom. This is a 10 out of 10 movie. This has everything I want. Awesomeness.
For us, yes, I would say it's a 10 out of 10 because it's got great lines. The acting is good for what it is.
Yeah, good acting for what it is for the movie and the time. Great special effects, cool monster, cool premise.
I would have to say that's probably one of the best.
Cool action scenes, cool explosions, fighting, epic one-liners, the 1980s.
Well, it's probably one of the best costume monsters that I'd ever seen at that time.
Yeah, Predator still continues to be amazing.
Yeah. I mean, granted, there's a lot of cool stuff nowadays, but for the time, that was probably one of the best ones I'd seen. Like, he looks better than Freddy Krueger and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I'd be more afraid of Predator than I would be Freddy Krueger.
Right. But, yeah.
The Predator don't care about your feelings.
That's all I had for this movie, but anything else to add?
I mean, still, it's still one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
I can't, people today can't go into the jungle without looking up in the trees and just wondering, is Predator really out there? Even the action figure therapy where they're talking to Jungle Recon. And it's just you want to go to the jungle and kill people? He goes, hell yeah, who don't? I've been wanting to go to the jungle ever since I saw that Predator movie. Like me and my brother used to when we would go up north when we still lived in New York, we go to the Catskills in the mountains in upstate New York. And there was a waterfall thing at the resort, and there was a trail through the woods. But my brother would just be like, Predator. We'd be walking we were little kids, and we're looking up at the trees. No, we saw the movie. Predator lives in these. We know how this works.
Well, if you've seen the movie and you like the Predator movies, I would encourage people to find the books. I have tons of books that are pretty cool.
The expanded stuff for Predator is pretty awesome.
Well, a lot of them are different stories. They're all connected by the government knows about these, but it's different individual stories with different people. There's actually the movie Prey. They're having a sequel to that now. It's called Badlands, which is supposed to take place in was it North or South Dakota Badlands? I know it's in one of those states, but basically it's supposed to take place out of that. And there's actually a book called Predator Badlands, which I wonder if they're gonna adapt that because it's a Native American guy that's in the military that has to kind of draw on both his Native American side and his military experience to stop Predator. So,
Predator 2.
Yeah,
that was a good movie too. Not as good as Predator 1. None of the other Predator movies have been as awesome as the first Predator.
I liked Predator 2. I just found it hard to believe Danny Glover was fighting him.
Yeah, that was a hard sell. You could believe Arnold because it's a big action star, big dude.
Yeah.
But Dan, it's all right, yeah.
Danny Glover's not known to be the physical action star. He shoots guns, but not fighting.
Supernatural fightings, or not supernatural aliens. It wasn't as even Alien versus Predator. Yeah, the Predators in that movie were really cool. The one little face hugger, chest hugger thing, comes flying out at the Predator, and he just catches it without looking, and he just turns and looks at it, and it's and he just snaps its neck with his thumb.
That or the other one where he takes it's flying through the air and he throws his wrist. With a little disc thing.
Or no, he just spins, goes, whoosh, and the alien's just standing there looking at him and then the front of his face just slides off, and Predator's just whoosh. And everybody was watching the movie because when the Predator showed up, everybody was like, yes, the hell with the aliens. No one watched aliens oh cool aliens. You want to watch aliens fight? In
that movie,
Colonial Space Marines.
That made the Predators look even bigger in that movie.
Oh, those dudes were yoked.
Because when they're fighting
they sent the super predators, Juggernaut predators.
Well, when they're killing the guys up in the top of the Arctic station, the guy looks the Predator looks like he's 3 feet taller than the guy.
Yeah, the Predators were huge.
But anyways, we'll move on to some news and reviews. Have you watched or played anything?
I did watch a show.
What's that?
I watched Griselda with my girlfriend.
Oh, okay. That's the new Netflix.
Yeah,
okay.
with about Griselda Blanco.
With
the Colombian
Sofia Vergara?
Yeah, Sofia Vergara.
You can't tell it's her, really?
You can, but
not to start off with.
They do a lot with the makeup and prosthetics to her face to make her look more like the Griselda girl, who was nothing to look at from the photos. But she was basically the Colombian, cocaine, drug godmother of Miami and New York during the 1980s. So, it's a brief view. It's a lot her leaving Colombia with her kids, getting started in Miami. Nobody's giving her the time of day because she's a woman in the drug business, and they're still very patriarchal. And then her dealings and how she got to be on top, and then she started going insane because she was smoking crack. Because I think she killed.
Is it a movie?
It's a series.
A series, okay.
It's not going to be renewed. It's over. But it wasn't bad. It was really good, actually.
Okay.
They skip over some stuff and they speed up a lot just because it's the time frames. But she, all 3 of her oldest kids, who were teenagers when they moved, all 3 of them were killed during the course of the show.
Okay.
By mobsters and Colombian drug lords and cartels. Her youngest son is still alive. She killed 2 of her husbands. One she had killed.
Okay.
Because he was you're nuts. And he took their son, the youngest one, and fled back to Colombia, which was stupid. He should have just gone somewhere out of the blue. He should have just moved to Providence, Rhode Island. No one's ever going to look for you there. Or Scottsdale, Arizona.
Why Scottsdale, Arizona?
Why would you even go there?
True.
Did you know Scottsdale was in Arizona until I just said it?
Nope.
See? It's a perfect place to hide. Perfect place. So she has him killed, and then she's about to get taken out by rival cartel people, and she's at a motel, and they found out where she is, and she called the cops on herself.
Why would she call them on herself?
Oh, because 10 armed hitmen were coming to capture, torture, and kill her. So she called the cops, who just showed up with a whole team and just took her into custody. As they pull up, and they're she called the cops. Damn it. She ended up getting. She went to prison. She got out in the early 2000s.
Oh, really?
On like a medical thing, and then she was assassinated in Colombia in 2012.
Why?
Who she was and what she did. They don't know who the killer was.
I think so, but she's not that.
Dude on a motorcycle and a Uzi showed up and gunned her down outside of a shopping mall or like outside like a store and just sped off and that's what she used to do to people. Was like send dudes just and off they went. No one.
Oh, okay.
So she got clipped.
She really was like the kingpin
of Miami. Then yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
it's pretty good.
What did you rate the show?
I'll give this an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. I'll have to check it out. I've heard a lot about it, and then like my parents, they've seen it. They told me I should watch it, but I don't always trust their judgment. But I'll have to check it out.
Because like one of the cartels, like the mob bosses in Miami, like when she's still like consolidating the entire area, like he finds out about one of her stash houses, goes there. There's 2 of her girls are there who work for her, and then another dude who like came over from Cuba and had done stuff for her. So, like, they break in and, like, they decapitated the 3 of them and just put their bodies on the front lawn and torch the house.
Jeez. All right.
It's the Colombians, man. They don't play no games.
Well, I watched a show.
What'd you watch?
That Hayden says that he reviewed, but I couldn't find that he did. But I'll take his word. But anyways, there's a season 2 that's come out. It's called Tokyo Vice.
Tokyo Vice.
Which is actually a really good show.
Is it like Miami Vice, but in Tokyo?
Kinda. Like it's not a show normally I would watch if I hadn't gotten hooked to begin with, because a lot of it is in Japanese, so you got to read subtitles.
Ugh, I hate reading.
But then you also have like it's like a mix of Japanese and then English, because it's a reporter that's played by Ansel Elgort. He plays a character called Jake, which he's
from State Farm.
He's the first like I guess foreigner to be part of the Meicho, which is like their main newspaper in Tokyo. And then he's working alongside Ken Watanabe, which is his name is Katagiri.
Ken Watanabe, he's in like everything.
He's like a detective for their police or whatever. But what's his name? Jake is trying to figure out or trying to research the Yakuza and find out more information about them. And he comes across some stories and stuff, but it does a really good job of showing you the kind of stuff, like, because supposedly this is a true story, or based on a true story in the 90s.
It's always based on a true story.
Well, in the 90s, of some of the police trying to keep balance between the Yakuza and the different Yakuza clans. To where they're not killing each other. There's not a whole bunch of stuff going on. So this guy Ken Watanabe's character, basically he's trying to keep peace by enforcing the rules, but also kind of playing on a level playing field, like not doing them any favors, but letting them know that, hey, we're going to go by the book on this. And one guy from the Yakuza, that's the leader from one clan, he's kind of on board with it, and the other one's like, I'm going to do what I want. Don't threaten me. And then Katagiri shows up and arrests 3 of them just to prove a point.
Like we are going to do what we want.
Because there's at the beginning, there's one guy that he's like holding some guy hostage in this club, and so the police show up. Well, Katagiri shows up, tells him, like, he whispers something in his ear that you don't know, and then the next scene, Jake is like talking to him, trying to get like some kind of like quote or something for his story, and he tells him, he's like, I'll tell you, but you can't publish it. And so then he's like, you don't publish it, and then he like kind of convinces Katagiri to take him along with him, because he just wants to find the truth of things going on, to the underground of Tokyo. So Katagiri takes him on a raid, and they arrest the henchman that was at the club, and they say he had 2 more bullets, so I'm taking 2 more people with me, because they're like, all right, you got your man, get out. And he's like, no, I'm taking 2 more. So he's kind of badass. But it kind of devolves into like a bunch of chaos, because the one clan member, which is named Tozawa, he basically wants to take over and push out the other clan, and he doesn't care what the police have to say about it. He's bringing in drugs and all sorts of stuff, which the original clan member, which was,
I don't remember his name.
I think his name was Shido.
Yeah. I know they went through like a huge thing in Japan in like the 1980s when whoever the main guy was, when he died.
Well, I think his name was Ishido.
That's when it all started falling apart.
But he wanted to, he wanted to be more traditional. Yeah, he exploited people for protection money and kind of things like that. But he didn't want drugs being brought in. He didn't want firearms to be like what they fought each other with and stuff like that. He was a lot more traditional. So Katagiri kind of worked alongside him to an extent.
They had a gentlemanly understanding.
Right. But Jake gets more enthralled in this world, and Tozawa's girlfriend kind of starts hanging out with Jake, and they kind of get together. And Tozawa, he's actually dying in the show. Like, he's got some kind of disease, which I assume was probably cancer. Well, at the end of season 1, he disappears, and then that's when Tozawa's girlfriend starts hanging out with Jake. And they haven't gotten season 2 is not done. They're like, I think 4 episodes in, but things take a bad turn. Let's just say that. But it is pretty cool. It also stars Rachel Keller, which plays a girl named Samantha, and Sho Kasamatsu is Sato, which he's the Yakuza that you find the most story about. Like, they follow his story because he kind of becomes friends with Jake, and he's starts dating Samantha and all different things. That's how their story all ties together. And then there's one other girl. I didn't write her name down, but she in Pacific Rim. She's the Asian girl.
Okay, I know you're talking about.
She plays like Jake's supervisor for the paper. So she's always following him, or sending him on stories and stuff.
You're not my supervisor.
But then her I guess supervisor, which is the editor of the paper, really hates that they have a foreigner. So he always demeans Jake and basically just doesn't want anything that he does. If he turns it in, it's wrong. If he has any ideas, he gives the credit to the girl. So, but it's got an 8 out of 10 on IMDb, which I say is pretty fair. It's on HBO Max. It's really if you like crime stuff and you can stand reading some of the subtitles, it's a really good story. It's almost like a true detective kind of they're trying to figure out the mystery, what's going on, and things like that. And it does a really good job of keeping who's working for who on kind of on the down low until they reveal it. Like
when it's plot pertinent.
Right.
They play up a little bit of mystery.
Yeah.
Who's really working for who.
Right. So I really enjoyed that.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah. Because like I said,
because Hayden, didn't tell us about it.
If he did, I don't remember it, but he says he did.
Lies.
But anyways, we can move on to news. What news do you have? I didn't figure you had any because you didn't have any notes out.
Call of Duty with the...
Welcome to the war zone!
Yeah. Felt panicked look in your eyes when I said Call of Duty.
Had to get that in there.
How long is that?
I don't know.
Is it over? Jesus. It's still happening. Resetting all the accounts. Everybody. To level 1.
Yeah, I saw that.
No camos, no nothing. And then I saw it too with Tim the Tapman and Dr. Just played. They're trying to get Anuka's level 1 players.
Yeah.
I don't think they did it.
No, they get 2 wins in a row, then they lost, and they got 2 wins in a row, then they lost.
But they were because there was no skill-based matchmaking, because everybody was back at level 1. It was all God. Everybody no one knew what to do.
Watching their play, I was watching it live, and I was laughing because Doc is always making fun of Tim about not hiding his screen in time or something like that, or not having enough delay. And before they started that third match they lost, he goes, "I forgot to hide my screen." And no joke, they're like, "Oh, we fought at the same position for a majority of the game." He said because people just kept diving in.
Yeah. Shouting at them.
What's the name? Doc has this one guy that always tries to screen snipe him, but will show up and just want to fist fight him.
Yeah.
He fist fought this guy 4 times at this position.
I don't know. They can't get anything done when you have the entire lobby just hunting them down.
Well, that's what they said. There was somebody else trying to do a nuke, and the nuke's over there, and everybody was on top of them.
Because Tim and Dr. Disrespect are there. They want to end up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Who cares about that nuke? Dr. Disrespect's over here. The 2-time.
And then I have to say, Tim has this one guy named, his name is
Buy Me a Car.
Yeah, Buy Me a Car.
Yeah, Buy Me a Car has been a thing since
dude, he shows
Fortnite.
He just
shows up and gives him like
he has
$50,000.
friendly stream snipers. Like dudes would fly, even like Tim Tam's old streams, like when they went back on for Dansk, dudes would just parachute in and like land and be like Tim, and they'd land, they wouldn't shoot at him, they drop all their guns, drop all their money, and then they let Tim kill him, and then like the death count would be like, love you Tim, like dude, like it would happen to him like 5 times a game.
It's like, how is this legitimate? They're giving you kills, they're giving you money. That's not even fair.
It's Tim the Tap Man.
Yeah, well, I guess so.
Nobody does it to Doc. They just try to kill Doc because they want to watch him go insane.
Yeah, they do. That's the best part of watching Doc when he gets mad.
Watching Doc Disrespect get mad is one of the funniest things in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And then like everything got reset to level 1. I restarted the camo grind challenge, so I'm 17 guns forged out of 36, making good progress. The battle rifles were a pain, especially the interceptor. Not the interceptor. It's not the MTZ. It's not the Bass P. It's the other one. But it's dumpster garbage. It is terrible. That gun sucks. It's not fast enough to like if and like I just saw a news article where a bunch of players were complaining that all like the marksman rifles, it's like they all suck. It's like there's no reason to use any of these.
No.
By the time I cranked off the 3rd shot, I already got killed in 0.1 of a second by some dude with an SMG at mid range who just went done. It's like the only good one that they had was the interceptor, and they had to nerf it like 4 times because it was like the DMR. But none of the other weapons are competitive. Like even the DG56, the burst fire assault rifle, we liked using that, and it wasn't like over the top,
right?
But they nerfed it.
Yeah.
The Cat AMR, because it could one-shot people and have fast bullet velocity like a sniper rifle should. And they were like, no, and nobody was even complaining about that. It was just stupid. But, I mean, the skill-based matchmaking on the small map mosh pit was brutal. I was fighting for my life every second. Like, I was getting, like, it was a struggle to hit 30 kills or 40 or 50 on shipment.
Okay.
Like, it was like I was playing in the Olympics. Like, dudes are spawning, like, right next to you where you can't see them, like, on your left or on your right. Dudes was just spawning in my pocket. I think I pooped out a couple of dudes. And, like, there would be some dude just come around the corner, boom, throwing knife me. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
I'll be honest, I can't stand those small maps. It drives me insane.
There needs to, like, not be skill-based matchmaking on just regular multiplayer.
I agree.
It just needs to be whoever the 12 of you are. Like, some of you are going to suck. Some are going to be pretty good. Maybe 2 of you are really, really good.
I don't think there should be skill-based
matchmaking,
at
period.
Yeah.
It should not exist.
Right.
At all. It's really ruining the genre.
Yeah.
It is.
I agree.
Like, what's next? Skill-based matchmaking in, like, Elden Ring?
Oh, that would suck.
We'll talk about the Elden Ring one in the next one.
Okay.
For Shadow of the Erd Tree.
Well, let's just go ahead and talk about it now.
Well, no, we got 47. That's my news for the next episode.
Well, I got plenty of news.
I want to talk about it next episode.
Okay. Anyways, there's another spinoff from Game of Thrones. Aegon's Conquest.
Aegon's Conquest.
It's going to be a spinoff of House of the Dragon, which is going to be basically
Aegon the Conqueror coming to Westeros.
Yeah, it's going to be everything
with 3 dragons and his sisters, and basically forming the 6 kingdoms at the time.
Yeah, it's basically going to be a prequel of House of the Dragon.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, they showed a picture
of the Dragon season 2 coming out.
I don't know. It's been a while, but they showed like a picture of like the Aegon skull, and then somebody had made like an actual dragon head around it to show the size. And it, like, I mean, granted, your
because he shows up with like the largest dragon like ever known.
Dude, you're big as the teeth of this dragon.
Like that dragon was huge. Also,
you had the Knuckles, like Sonic the Hedgehog, the Knuckles 6-episode Paramount TV show. It's going to be coming out April 26th.
Nice.
I kind of already mentioned the Predator Badlands movie announced that they're working on. They're also making a new Pokemon Let's Go of gold and silver.
Are they really?
They are.
That'll
be the last Pokemon thing they said on this current Switch.
All right, I got to get Pokemon Let's Go Silver because I had Pokemon Silver. That was like my first one on Game Boy Color.
Yeah, I had silver. My
back
brother
in like
had gold.
1999 or 1998 whenever I got it.
Also, they're making a new Suits show. I guess I don't know if it's a spinoff or just like a...
That show has not gone away because it's on Reels and on like shorts all over like YouTube, Facebook, everything. Like there's just something about that show. Everybody's like, Suits.
Well, this one's called Suits LA, and it's going to star Stephen Amell. So
Oh,
we'll
good
see.
for him.
Yeah, we'll see how that one is. Then the last bit I have for right now is there's going to be they're working on trying to get a live action Spider-Man noir on Amazon, starring Nicolas Cage.
No.
That's what they're working on.
Oh, Spider-Man. All right.
Yeah, 'cause that's who he is, yeah.
Not the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah,
Whatever.
they're trying
Into the Spider-Verse.
It hasn't been approved, but they're trying to get that.
What about Spider-Pig?
I mean, hey, you know, if they could animate it and put it in there.
Spider-Pig. Spider-Pig does whatever a Spider-Pig does.
But that's
Can he
really,
swing from a web? No, he can't. He's a pig.
That's really all the news I have for right now. Oh no, wait! Because this episode will be coming out. Well, no, I'll save it. I'll save it.
Oh, all right. Yeah, fine. We'll save your news too.
Yeah. Well,
For the next Listen to the next episode and find out what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's like, all right, then keep your secrets.
So that's about all I got.
Yeah, that's an episode. That was 50 minutes. I mean, we talked about Predator. That's more than enough. That was 30 minutes of Predator.
Yeah.
Stick around. Jim Hopper.
Get to the chopper.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!